So every day we have to question what is truth. Truth has to be understood and Dharma has to be put in action. If you want to progress spiritually, or if you want to live a happy life or a healthy life, the formula is not to waste your time and energy. Whatever you do, it comes back to you. At any point of time you are not happy in life, that means you are far away from the truth. Now today we are going to discuss about the overall essence of this life journey. So, spirituality, as we all know, we have to keep defining, redefining, understanding, and having a greater clarity of what is the spirituality, what is the spiritual journey, and what is the spiritual science, and what is scientific temper, and are we in the right path? So, we have to question ourselves every day. What we have to question? Our questioning is very simple. What is eternal? In other words, what is truth and what is temporary and what is illusion? So every day we have to question what is truth, what is eternal. That which is eternal is the truth, and that which is temporary is Maya, illusion. So, what is truth and what is Maya? So, that is the first question. And the second question we have to ask ourselves is what is Dharma? What is my Dharma? Dharma means righteousness and duty, soul duty. What is my Dharma? Am I doing my Dharma? That is the second question you have to ask. So, the first question is understanding of the truth and reflecting on the truth. Truth has to be understood and Dharma has to be put in action. When it comes to execution, that is Dharma. When it comes to understanding, that is truth. So these are the fundamental two questions everybody should ask themselves every day as part of the self-reflection, as part of the self-introspection. What is truth and what is not truth? In other words, what is permanent and what is temporary? What is permanent? Your Atma is permanent. Your soul journey from lifetime to lifetime, from dimension to dimension, that is permanent. You are an eternal traveler. We have to understand that we are all eternal travelers from lifetime to lifetime, from dimension to dimension, from one star system to another star system, from one loka to another loka, from one world to another world, from physical dimension to astral dimension, from astral dimension to causal dimension. We are eternal travelers. And what is temporary? Our journey on the planet Earth is temporary. Whatever the setup we have, that is temporary. The property we have is temporary. The people around us are temporary. Our journey also is temporary. All the external achievements are temporary. So this understanding is a must. With this understanding, what happens? With this understanding, naturally, you are not attached to the temporary things. Your focus is on permanent things. With the contemplation of the truth, the detachment naturally happens. You have to underline this point. With the contemplation of the truth, the detachment naturally happens towards impermanent things, temporary things. With the detachment of the temporary things, naturally you are no more in bondage. You are no more in suffering. While you are enjoying the temporary things, you are no more in bondage to that. My dear friends, it is important to understand that all the temporary things are meant to be enjoyed, but not to be in bondage and not to be in suffering with the attachment. All the temporary things are meant to be enjoyed in the righteous way. You have to underline the word in the righteous way, in the righteous living. Whatever the money you earn in the righteous way, you have to enjoy it. Whatever you have achieved in the righteous way, you have to cherish it. So, this is where the execution comes. This is where the Dharma comes. This is where the righteousness comes. So, this contemplation is a must. With this contemplation, naturally, you don't waste your time and energy. If you want to progress spiritually, or if you want to live a happy life or a healthy life, the formula is not to waste your time and energy. If you waste your energy, naturally you will fall sick. If you waste your time, then naturally you cannot enjoy your life. You cannot enjoy your life when you waste time. When you waste energy, naturally you will fall sick. So, wasting your time and energy, how do you checkpoint it? How do you make sure that you are not wasting your time and energy? Is through contemplation of the truth, is in self reflection of are we doing our Dharma. Understanding the karmic consequences is a very important primary step in our spiritual journey. There are many spiritual laws, but law of karma is one of the most important laws, a very primary law. The very first step, every spiritual student has to understand law of karma once for all. Law of karma simply means law of cause and effect. What you sow is so you reap. It is important you understand this law once for all. The simple understanding is whatever you do, it comes back to you. Whatever you think, it impacts you. Whatever you speak, it affects you. So your thoughts, your words, and your actions, whether you like it or not, whether you understand it or not, this law is in place. The more you become conscious, the more you are alert, the more you are aware, the more you will be able to help yourself. Through your own awareness, through your own understanding of the truth, you will be able to help yourself. So there are two things required here. Number one is awareness, and number two is understanding of the truth or realization of the truth. Daily meditation helps you in three ways. If somebody asks you, what do you get in meditation? There might be some people in your family or friends. They may not understand what is meditation and what are you doing. You're simply sitting and closing your eyes. They might think you are wasting time. So it is curious, and they might ask a natural question, what do you get in meditation? So the answer is you get three things in meditation. The first, your energy maximizes. Your prana shakti, your cosmic energy increases. There is a very first visible benefit. Even you meditate for 10 minutes, you feel fresh. So the first is your energy increases. And number two, your awareness increases. Your awareness increases. That is the second benefit. There are many benefits in meditation, but these are the three significant or very important benefits. And the third, your ability to understand the truth increases. Your capacity to contemplate the truth increases. Not everybody can understand the truth. You need to have a certain energy, you need to have certain awareness, and you need to have great intelligence to understand the truth. If you go and speak about Dharma, karma to a baby soul and young soul, they will not understand. And they're also not interested. Okay, they are not young soul, but they are a little mature soul. You go and speak to them about this, they might understand, but they will not put it in action. Or even to your old soul who is also practicing meditation, he has started meditating in this lifetime. He will understand it. Theoretically, he will understand it, but he may not put it in action. Why people are understanding the truth, but they are not putting in action? You will notice this scenario where they are meditators, they are doing meditation, they are reading books, but at the same time, 100% they are not implementing what they are reading. Why? Because their ability to understand and to implement the truth is less. More and more it comes with sadhana. So that is the difference between a senior meditator and a junior meditator. A junior meditator may not execute the understanding of truth in totality, but whereas a senior meditator who is very consistent in his sadhana, you have to underline the word consistent, who is very consistent in his sadhana, can naturally live the truth. This is where the mastery comes, my dear friends. The very definition of mastery simply means one who puts the truth in action. Understanding of the truth is one level, implementing of the truth is another level. Understanding of the truth needs a certain intelligence, but implementing, putting in action of the very truth, of the very understanding, that is where you become a master. The more and more you start implementing or putting it in action, or in other words, living the truth, the more and more you start living the truth, the more naturally you evolve to be a master. This is a very important point you place underline. Understanding of the truth is the first step. Execution of the truth and living the truth makes you a master. It might take many years or it might take many lifetimes. But the most important thing is, are you having the right intent to live the truth? Are you having the deep desire to live the truth? That matters. Your intent matters. Your deep desire matters. Your longing to live the truth matters. As long as you have a very strong intent to live the truth, as long as you have a very sincere will, a sincere desire to live the truth, naturally transforms you into a master. Slowly, slow and steady. So meditation helps you to get back your core self. Right? So finally, in simple understanding, meditation is a process of deprogramming your mind. Meditation is a process of deprogramming your mind so that you can start living from the core of your being. So, the practice of meditation, the practice of swadhyaya, and the practice of sajjana sangatya, and with seva together gives the right combination for you to be in the right path, number one, and number two, to speeden up your journey, to speeden up your soul evolution. Meditation, reading books, and sajjana sangatya. And fourth is seva, service. It has to happen throughout the life, every single day. Even though you know what is meditation, you have to meditate. Even though you know what is law of karma, again and again you have to read law of karma. Even though you know the overall picture of spirituality, you have to always listen to all the masters. The more you listen, the more it goes deeper. A simple example, practical example. Many of you might be thinking, I know already what is truth. I know the truth. I know what is temporary and I know what is eternal. I know the soul has come to the planet Earth for its own evolution. I am meditating. I am reading books. I'm also doing a little bit of seva, whatever is possible. But why still I'm not happy in life? Some of you might have this question. I'm doing all those things, but still why am I not happy? So the answer is you think you know the truth, but you don't know the truth. For a person who really knows the truth, there is no suffering in life. So you assume you know the truth, or in other words, you understand the truth superficially. At any point of time, if you're suffering in life, that means you are far away from the truth. A very simple formula. At any point of time, you are not happy in life, that means you are far away from the truth. So, with this example, I want you to understand that it is not a few days or a few months, it is lifetimes of sadhana which is needed to get to the core of the truth. It is lifetimes of sadhana. It is lifetimes of understanding. It is lifetimes of listening to great masters' teachings. It is lifetimes of implementing of your understanding of the truth. Understanding of the truth is also lifetimes. Implementing of the truth is also lifetimes. So the more you understand the truth, the more you live the truth. You go layer by layer, deeper and deeper. Eventually, you will reach a stage. Eventually, you will reach a point where you are completely deprogrammed and you start totally living as an expression of truth. So that becomes the final lifetime, where there is no ego, where there is no identity. The moment you let go of your ego, the moment you let go of your identity, you become one with the whole creation. So that is when you experience the oneness. That is when you have completed the earth syllabus and you go back home. It doesn't mean your journey is finished. Remember, you are an eternal traveler. So your school syllabus on the earth is finished. Your primary education is finished. Earth syllabus is like a primary education, primary school. So your primary education is finished. Now you go to the higher studies. You go to college. Once you finish the school, then you go to college. Once you finish your bachelor college, then you go to the master degree. Then you finish the master degree, then you become a researcher. You do PhD. PhD means where you are in the research. And then there is postdoc. It is eternal, continuous. Your journey is eternal. But right now we are in the earth school, so it is important you have to finish the earth syllabus. So slow and steady wins the race, my dear friends. You please underline this point. Slow and steady wins the race. You should not have any inner agitation or the need to hurry up. There is no need to hurry up. The hurry should not be there, and the worry should not be there. There should be no hurry and there should be no worry. Make sure you are not wasting your time and energy. That's all. Eternity is in front of you. What is the need to hurry? You can take as many lifetimes as possible to learn the lesson. If you don't learn this lesson in this lifetime, the next lifetime you will learn. So, what is the need to worry? If you don't get enlightened in this lifetime, you will get enlightened in the next lifetime, or you will get enlightened after 100 lifetimes. What is the need to worry? There's no need to worry. You do the right things will happen to you. That's all. What is doing the right thing? Not wasting your time and energy is doing the right thing. You don't waste your time and energy, you are doing the right thing. As simple as that. Your time and energy should be spent either for your evolution or for others' evolution. Either to make your life to celebrate more or to support others celebrate their life. You should use your time and energy either to learn something or to do some savor or simply to enjoy, celebrate. The end result of enlightenment is celebration. For example, you are watching a movie and you enjoy. For 2 hours, you are watching a movie, and that for 2 hours, you are fully entertained. You enjoyed that 2 hours. So that means that is not wasting of time and energy. Whatever gives you happiness, that is not waste of time and energy. As simple as that. When you read books, you feel so happy. When you meditate, naturally you feel happy. When you do seva, when you help others, naturally you feel happy. When you do Sajjana Sangatya, when you do Guru Sangatya, when you listen to the truth, naturally you feel happy. When you spend time in the nature, you go for walking, trekking, you play with the kids, you are not wasting time and energy. You are utilizing the time and energy in the right way. You do something and you're not getting anything in return. That is wasting of time and energy. So it is very important to understand the bigger picture of this spiritual journey so that we course correct ourselves. We motivate us, we motivate ourselves, and we guide ourselves into the right path. Please read the book, The Law of Karma. It is a simple understanding and it is a must. One has to understand the law of karma so that you can make your life a little more beautiful. By understanding the law of karma, you are making your life a little more beautiful. So, again, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Namaste to all.